Alright guys, I'm here with this Odyssey. Alright guys, sorry about that, I had to kind of pause the video. So I'm working on this Odyssey, and let me turn it this way so you guys can get a full view. Customer came in with their own rotors and their own brake pads. So all we did was just labor. Customer said that they were coming down Dorado hills and the brakes started to smoke. So came back, checking everything. I'm looking for burn marks. Push the piston back, piston works. It's going back and forward. And I can't show you the movement because I just put pressure on it. But one of the things I kind of notice is the oxidation. When metal heats up, it turns to this color. Metal should have been, this should have been at least, a little grayish. Oh, the silver kind of looking like this. So I know most people are going to say, well, that's rust, that's morning rust, but here I am on the other side. You guys can get light, a little bit more definition, and take a look at what is it doing. Burning heat. It's all heat. That's not from anything else but your heat that was transferred from the bearing. Bearing is putting all that pressure because I got no crystallization, nothing saying that the caliper got burnt. We took the pads out, and you can see a certain, let me see, there you guys go. You can see the certain heat where the pads had, but again, we don't know where they got these pads, what's the quality of the pads. You can see just very light, very, very light discoloration on the rotor itself. So since they can't figure this one out, as you guys can see, discoloration of the rotors, just very lightly, and take a look at where that wear is. And as you guys can see, let me see if the camera can pick it up, what my eyes is looking at. As you guys can see the pad, take a look at the discoloration on the pad. But my main concern is the bearing. Let me put this up like this. Look at my hand. Totally free, right? It's my hand spinning it. And this is the way it's supposed to work. All right? Now, coming over here. And I got to put a lot of pressure just to get this baby to spin. And just so that I can show you, I know you guys are going to say, oh, you're crazy for doing that. You're going to damage the threads. But see the force? I got to put a little bit of force to get that to spin. I don't have to put force on this. Just a little tap, just by me making this forward motion and she's spinning around. Smooth by hands, as you guys can see. And you guys are going to say, oh, you're not grabbing it right. Well, here I am. 2. And I got to put force. I even took the caliper off just so that I can show you guys that my thing is the bearing. These things heated up the hub, and that's what caused that problem. Like I said, you guys saw the discoloration going all the way out. All the way out. It even burned up on top because the heat transferred all the way through. And take a look all the way. And take a look. Different type of rust pattern compared to what everything else looks like. And you can see it even chafers all the way down to the bottom. So you tell me if those bearings are not heating up. Anyway, the complaint for customer is going down the hill, brake pads started to smoke, and she got smoke coming out the front. I'm going with bearings, especially the driver's side, but I still got to do preliminary checks up on top. But this is just me diagnosing the brake pads. And again, they did brake pads and rotors back in April, and it's just about a month out, and they're talking about it came back smoking. So let's take a look a little bit deeper. And I know you guys are going to say, well, how come the heat didn't transfer? And why is it looking like this and not? But again, who knows? It could be cheap parts, cheap quality parts. Like I said, I wasn't there. I usually like to put part numbers when customers bring me their parts. So just in case anything happens like this, I can refer to see what they got, if it's OEM parts or if it's the aftermarket parts. And if the aftermarket parts, like they got the cheap brake pads, because some take ceramics, others take semi-metallics, and then they got that asbestos crap. So who knows what they put? Meaning it looks like a gold, actually a silver, but I see DB. So that right there tells me it's not a brand that I know, because usually AutoZone or O'Reilly's will have their stamp on it. It will say Duralast, or it will say Master something. I can't remember the name of the brake pads that they got, but again, that's my diagnosing on this is wheel bearing and not the brake pads causing enough heat to transfer heat to go around. Because if it was heat from the brake pads itself and heat from the caliper sticking, then we would have seen discoloration, crystallization, and all of that on the caliper itself. But I'm not seeing none of that, but the heat. I could be wrong. That's why I do this video, so not only I, but others can also, understand what's going on. Like I said, I haven't gone inside yet to take a look at, the oil level or anything. And that's what I'm going to do right now. But this is just, a teaser for you guys. Brake pads, rotors were replaced back in April. It's a month later, and it's coming back with customer going down El Dorado Hills, and the brakes smoked up on them. So it's the first time that happened to them, they said. So we're going to take a look at everything, make sure the brakes are properly installed. This is why they call techs like me to come out and take care of stuff like this.